说一下。挡到我吗 ？Okay. Good day, everyone. Let's welcome to our streaming room. This is Bruce. This is Frank.
It's Frank. Yeah.
Today we're going to release a new printer, our AAV2. Okay. First, we're going to talk about something we have done lately regarding our prints and tests on our new printer, such as some firmwares and tests. And then I'll be introducing some parameters and specifications information on the new printer. Next, Frank will be introducing some printing techniques regarding some from small, medium to large prints that you need to be careful about some tips when you print the products. And I'll be introducing some sales policy worldwide for dealers. And then we're going to answer some questions regarding some from small, medium to large prints that let's start with our first part. Careful about some tips when you print the products. And I'll be introducing some sales policy worldwide for dealers.
Many customers
and then we're going to answer some questions regarding some from small, medium to large prints that let's start with our first part. Careful about some tips when you print the products. And I'll be introducing some sales policy worldwide for dealers.
Many customers
and then we're going to answer some questions regarding some from small, medium to large prints that let's start with our first part. Careful about some tips when you print the products. And I'll be introducing some sales policy worldwide for dealers.
Many customers
and then we're going to answer some questions regarding some if you want to medium to large prints. Let's start with our first part. Careful about some tips when you print the products. And I'll be introducing some very strong sales policy worldwide for dealers.
Many customers
and then we're going to answer some questions regarding some if you want to medium to large prints. Let's start with our first part. Careful about some tips when you print the products. And I'll be introducing some very strong sales policy worldwide for dealers.
Many customers
and then we're going to answer some questions regarding some if you want to medium to large prints. Let's start with our first part. Careful about some tips when you print the products. And I'll be introducing some very strong sales policy worldwide for dealers.
Many customers
and then we're going to answer some questions regarding some if you want to medium to large prints. Let's start with our first part. Careful about some tips when you print the products. And I'll be introducing some very strong sales policy worldwide for dealers.
Many customers
and then we're going to answer some questions regarding some if you want to medium to large prints. Let's start with our first part. Careful about some tips when you print the products. And I'll be introducing some very strong sales policy worldwide for dealers.
Many customers
and then we're going to answer some questions regarding some if you want to medium to large prints. Let's start with our first part. Careful about some tips when you print the products. And I'll be introducing some very strong sales policy worldwide for dealers.
Many customers
and then we're going to answer some questions regarding some if you want to medium to large prints. Let's start with our first part. Careful about some tips when you print the products. And I'll be introducing some very strong sales policy worldwide for dealers.
Many customers
and then we're going to answer some questions regarding some if you want to medium to large prints. Let's start with our first part. Careful about some tips when you print the products. And I'll be introducing some very strong sales policy worldwide provide VMware many customers and printing and techniques regarding so if you want to use any large units, let's start with our first user firmware. I think we also have a firmware on our own open source, right?
Yeah,
ED series.
that is another of perhaps most wanted firmware from our public. It's open source firmware for ET. We are going to bring our bring a newer version from our factory, factory firmware with many functions like Mali, and we can also add more features, more it can support more commands like 403 or many kind of commands you will use in this firmware. So everyone can use this, and it is mostly for those who cannot modify firmware by themselves.
Okay.
And
So
yeah,
if you're a person or printer user who are interested in adding the new features onto your printer, that open source firmware will be a good option.
yeah. This will come to 1 or 2 next 1 or 2 months. Yeah, and for those who for developers, there are also good news.
Yeah.
Because we are going to release the source code of the whole project to the public, so you can add whatever you want in the firmware.
That would be very useful.
Yeah.
Okay. So the A8 was one of the most popular printer we've been selling, and a lot of customers get to know us first time by this machine. And today, this one is the upgraded version from the A8. And for the A series, we have A8 Original and A8 Plus and A8 Plus DIY. And this one is also a DIY, but this DIY doesn't look like any DIY you have seen before, and it's much easier and convenient to put together. So Frank, so we have a video to show you how many parts would need to put together to assemble.
Yeah, Frank, just to bring the video. Hey, Frank, play the video.
For the parts.
Yeah, just to choose the parts. So it's actually A82 is a great new print which can be equal seconds. No seconds. Minutes.
Oh, Superman.
Yeah, I just assembled it.
Alright.
In 5 minutes.
So Frank, how long did that take for you to assemble the printer?
So as you can see from the video, it's a major 3 parts, and you can put them together with within 10 screws in about 5 minutes.
All right.
By me, or in 5 or 10 minutes or 20 minutes by your children. So it would be a great
Time saver.
Yeah, it would be a great option for your children, or for gifts, or Christmas gifts, or something else.
Yes. So it's very easy to use, and you can carry around. As you can see from my left side, is very solid and stable.
Yeah.
And let's look at some specifications of the machine. All right. So it only weighs about 6 kilograms, which means
It's very light.
for children.
Yeah.
You can carry it up, and we also have a aluminum and metal structure which is stable and solid, robust. And for a structure like this, you can print anything pretty much everything within the print volume, very precise and stably. And it's got a print volume of 220 times 220 times 250 millimeters.
Yeah.
And the size is pretty much for beginners use. So this total weight, gross weight is also very light. It's 7 kilograms or so, and it could be
It could be easier for shipping.
yes, shipping cost would be lowered a lot, and that's pretty much of it for the parameters. And you can find it more information on our website.
Yeah.
And as you can see, this one is very easy and simple, and it will be very convenient for you or for your children to understand how 3D printing works by knowing the printer from the scratch, how to put it together and then put it to use. It won't take much time.
It's
And
actually for everyone.
yes, and you can print a lot of things like the cover or the protector of the screen, and a lot of fun things you can use when you unbox the printer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So, if I don't get it wrong, it's actually an upgrade version of A8, right?
Yes,
So, it would be, it would be another budget print, right?
well, it's targeted at the budget price.
Okay. So let's bring that future part later. Okay.
Yes, we will expand more information and details on the pricing later.
Yeah.
Then let's see what this printer can do. And these some works you can see on the table that Frank has been doing.
Yeah. So here's a frank time.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have lately we have been tested the print with some with some prints. First is Kobe.
Wow, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, as you can see, it has a shining surface and smoothly.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
fine
it's
details.
very detailed. And we use tree supports in A8V2, and we print on A8V2 about 20 hours without any problem. So,
Show it to the camera.
yeah, let's show this camera.
All right.
So, if you, everyone knows, Kobe is the most great.
Yes, one of the
Basketball.
greatest
Yeah,
basketball
basketball
player in the
player.
NBA, right?
Yeah, and we all miss him.
Yes.
So if you like Kobe, I think here is a way to remember him.
Yes, it's very good way of remembering someone that's important to us. And that one, you can print it using our AV2.
Yeah, and here is another thing. If you look at it closely, you can see. You might think it's something like Nintendo.
Oh, Nintendo.
Yeah, it's Nintendo for Nintendo Switch. I am a user of Nintendo Switch. I used it about 2 years, and I played a lot of games on Nintendo. And I also bought some Nintendo games, and I can put it here, and I can assemble it on my wall.
Yeah, there are actually two holes on the model. You can.
And this thing is very popular on social media. So if you get an AATV2, you can just print some of this and share them on the social media. Also, as you can see, it's a flat surface, a huge volume. So it has a great. It sticks very well on AHV2. That.
Okay, because they have a very the contact space is very wide span,
Yeah.
and we could have easily stick to the build plate of the AAV2.
Yeah. And here comes another thing. If this
Oh.
is the famous torture toaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything have removed. And we tested, and we printed it on our AEC. Now here is something.
So, Frank, what does it take to print something like this so successfully?
Yeah, we need to actually it is something to show how well you set up your print.
Okay.
So you need to do some adjustment to make your printer performance better.
Mm-hmm.
As it you can see, first two screws under the bed.
Okay, there's two
Yeah.
knobs
Yeah,
under
two knobs.
the view plate. That
Yeah,
you-
to adjust them, you can make the bed very stable without shaking.
Okay, first you need to feel if there is any shaky feeling that you can.
Yeah, just adjust those two screws.
Yes, you have to make sure it's properly secured,
Yeah,
and then before printing.
yeah. And two more screws in axis.
Okay, on the axis and
Yeah.
on the y-axis as well, I think.
Yeah, and one more in printing. So
Alright.
by adjusting those screws and knobs, you will make your print more stable. So we will not get anything like some layer shifting or something else like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
For some very complex prints, you have to do a very careful research
Yeah.
on the printer.
And you will get a much better first layer in your prints.
Yes.
And one more thing you must be remember is to adjust it to make your belt tight.
Okay, you have to obtain proper tension for the belt for it to work properly, right?
Yeah. And I noticed we have used an upgrade.
This is actually one
system.
of the good features we have fitted to our new printer. This is called idle gear, movable idle gear,
Yeah.
from which you can use the knob to adjust the tension of the belt for this axis,
Yeah.
for the y-axis, right?
Right.
And you can feel the tension before each print that you can ensure the successful print of your work.
Yeah.
So
if you want to get a surface like this, a shining, smoothly surface like this, you must adjust those features to make your print stable and precise. And the belt will be key. Will be key.
Yes.
Will be key tips to do that.
actually, it sounds like before you're driving a car, you have to check carefully. The tires are properly inflated, and the mirrors are adjusted properly, and anything in the car before you start the engine.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And here is another thing. If everyone have ever done things like that, yeah, just take it.
Oh,
Yeah.
this one?
Yeah, this one. Just be careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which way you go? Oh, this one.
Yeah. It's,
Right.
it's actually part of a sword.
Right.
Yeah. I think everyone knows Star Wars, right? And here is the
This one?
yeah. Here is it is actually a part of a Darksaber sword. We will print all of those to assemble it on AHV tool. Yeah. It is printed by AHV tool.
Wow.
It is not finished yet.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. If you ever done this, if you ever done prints like this, you will know how easier it can be. Or it can.
So this here is actually a new section of the sword. So if you make the section can't be stick together. Otherwise, it could then pop up successfully.
Yeah, as
It couldn't extend.
yeah, and we printed this together. in one time, about 10 hours.
Oh.
So if your print is not precise enough, you will get a bunch of plastic.
Yeah, stick together. That could be an
with
extent.
your film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very important to have a very reliable and precise printer for this kind of work.
Yeah.
Right, with back.
So it's kind of a budget print with good performance, right?
Yeah.
So what will so what can so what is price for what is price policy for the customer and the distributor?
So since this product is still on pre-sale, we do have some good discounts for the customers and our dealers worldwide. So for anyone who places an order during this period, you should have a discount of $8. So for dealers worldwide, we offer $8 subsidy for promoting each AAV2 this machine.
Yeah. So it's so it looks like for distributors, right?
Yes.
And if I am a normal customer, I should get that price than that, right?
I guess so.
Okay. I will get so it's good news. You guys, you may get a budget print, you may get a budget printer like A8.
Yes.
To get an A8.
So AAV2 and AA distributors are similar price. So they are all budget printer. So but this AAV2 has better performance and could save you a lot of time in assembling. So the cost effectiveness is much better than the A8.
Yeah.
Right?
So this price has some time limit, right? It won't be forever, right?
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So just a bit quickly, and and if I'm distributor, what can I get from your from the
All right.
from what else support can I get?
We do have very good support for our dealers and distributors worldwide. First one is the advertising.
Paid advice.
Yes, we paid for the advertising for our dealers, but it's on our platforms that we pay. That includes one of the most influential platforms, search engines like Google, YouTube, Facebook, and other platforms to promote global dealers.
Yeah, that's good. If you are distributors, it's real rare. It's real few times you can get such support from manufacturer. It would be a lot of booster to get better sales in the future.
Yes, you won't need to pay extra for the advertising, right? That we have already done that for you. If you,
That's a good start.
yes.
Right? And what about the social media propaganda?
So our professional team, we emerge in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other influential social media platforms to promote AAV2, the new machine. We try our best to emerge in those platforms.
That sounds like that's the
To spread the message and to increase the exposure.
Yeah, sounds great for distributors.
Yeah.
So, what is the next thing about the KOL recommendation?
Well, KOL, we have over 1,000 KOL sources worldwide to simultaneously and to release topics about the AAV2 on those platforms used the mostly.
Yeah, so we will get another big step to get good sales and good start, right? And what is about public media boost?
Okay, for this part, the public media boost, we advertise on the public media like portable websites and scientific and 3D print industry related TV shows or channels to accelerate this new printer. during the pre-sales. So you can have proper and strong support from us if you are our dealers.
Yeah, so that's all kinds of support, and it's a professional marketing support, and our distributors can get.
Yes?
So what can I get? What can I get? Get our AHV2 if I am a normal seller, a normal customer, or or a distributor.
Okay. There are many channels that you can contact that we have on our website. You can find on anet3.com, and we do have some contacts, email address. You can drop a line to inquire about the information of the products, and then one of our sales manager will be responsible for your inquiries.
Yeah. Okay. Just send us emails, right?
Yeah, it's very fast and sufficient.
Yeah. Okay. Um, that, okay, let's go into the next.
Yes, let's have a look at the reviews. All right.
Yeah, let's see the streaming video. Let's stream.
What question do we got?
Yeah, what question do we got? Hey Frank, do we have any links? Please send me. And I have noticed that one thing I've left. Let's talk about it right now. Before we go to answer any questions.
All right. What would be that?
Yeah. Okay. Someone asked about the question. I like to use an N3 printer. I hope this new product is not expensive.
And using Anet ET
Yeah.
for all.
Yeah.
This audience is already a user of Anet ET4.
84 user.
Yes.
It's actually a backup. I think it's a backup 3D printer. If you decide to buy another 3D printer and want to get a great feature and with reasonable budget, I think AHV2 would be a great option.
Well, if you're already a ET4 user, that AAV2 would be a very good option.
Yeah.
So because it have a similar print volume and it have one thing is most obvious.
Yeah.
That
Actually,
the extruder is actually direct extrude.
yeah.
And ET4 is Bowden type.
Yeah.
So for some materials like TPU, AAV2 could perform a little bit better than ET4.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, if you are an ET4 user, actually you can use your G code file. Yeah, you can share G code file from ET4 with AHV2.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, let's see this word again. Actually, I am using a G code for ET4. Layer height is 0.1, is 0.1, and it's 30% infill, and I print is in 10 hours, and it's totally ET4 G code file. So you can share your G code file with ET4 and AHV2.
Okay, you don't
Yeah.
need to slice the file again.
You don't need to slice a second file for this.
Okay, you can print the files that you printed on ET4 on our AAV2. So that saves a lot of work and time.
Yeah.
So next,
Yeah. Before a new question comes in, let's talk about another thing we care about most.
right?
It's margin. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Since last year, there is a third party firmware called Mali, which is very popular among our users. And actually, we are doing more researches and studies in Mali firmware and the tests. recently we got two tutorials. First one is how to flash mining firmware from our factory firmware.
Okay, do we have a tutorials on how to do that?
Yeah, we have video tutorials on our YouTube channel and the articles in our website, and both of them can be followed step by step, and you can do the same thing. And the and here's the second tutorial we made is about how to set up your Marlin firmware in the first time, because you cannot just use Marlin firmware by doing anything. You need to calibrate your print first. So you can just follow our second tutorials and do the same thing step by step to set up the Marlin firmware. It is now available on our website and Facebook group and the YouTube channel. It is about how to pit tuning your 3D printer in Marlin firmware.
That includes a lot of learning, I think, right?
Yeah, it's actually it's very something I think is skillful because you can do pit tuning and calibrate your print automatically by something called match control. And you can just add your print in the software, and you can use some command like M4.3, M4.5, something like that, and you can do the first second to your Marlin firmware.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as Frank is talking about the all kinds of firmware from Marlin, open source, or BMG, and leveling, you all need to do something about the firmware. So to make 3D printing better and to be good at it, you have to learn a lot of new things, how to do it better and better, right?
Yeah. And here, is another thing we want for, since here, while we're waiting for new questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Here is how to get a great, better sticky prints in your bag. For example, as we all know, first layer printing is very important, but sometimes we just get our prints get off from the bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you print things like this, you can just add some glue on your on the platform.
So
it will stick well.
to make sure the first layer sticks well to the platform, you have to use some glue or some stickers.
Yeah. You can even use some tape.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we will just get new questions. Okay. What will be the price of the pre-sales? Someone asked about the pre-sale price.
Okay, resale price.
So do we have any price for this product right now?
Actually, you can find it out on our website soon for the retail price. But if you're dealers, you can contact us directly to info about these dealer prices.
Yeah, just contact the region manager and send him email or with the inquiry, right?
Yes, you can find all the contact and emails on the website, and which you prefer to contact in the region or any others on the on the list is okay to contact. You can send your inquiries.
Yeah, and since it is a budget printer, it won't be very expensive, right? So
Of course.
yeah, so it would be start to sell on soon, and you will see the price in our website soon. All right?
Yes, I'm sure it will come out soon when our marketing is on the final pre-sales pricing, and for to promote the products as we have been talking. Um, we have very good support for our dealers and distributors, and then you can have a lot of good support, and your margin will be ensured. And since it's a pre-sales, this a new machine on pre-sale, it will be a very good, pricing and support, and a lot of other stuff you can learn about when you contact our sales manager. And I
Yeah.
think the price will be a surprise because it's a budget printer, so it's not expected to be a lot and expensive.
Yeah. And actually, you see, as an upgrade version of A8, you can see it is very much easier than
Mhm.
A8. Have you ever seen A8 and assemble it by yourself?
Myself,
Yeah.
wow, I think so. I tried to assemble one in the past, but it because I was a beginner, I wasn't so familiar with assembling for DIY kits. So
Yeah.
then I turned to ET series, which saved me a lot of time. But A8 was, wow, a time consumer.
Yeah. Actually, I am a ET series user too. I have a ET4 and I have a ET5 Pro by myself, and I print everything in my home every day. And actually, I see something similar from A8 V2 with my ET series.
Wow.
I just as video you can see, it's just three major parts, and you just put them out from the box and put them together, and you just tighten them by some screws.
So,
After that, you can just use them.
so from my own experience, I think assembling this machine takes less time than assembling ET series.
Yeah, yeah. If you have
But
errors,
it largely depends on your own experience, right?
yeah,
But generally speaking, they are very easy to assemble.
yeah,
It doesn't take much time.
yeah. Yeah, if you have ever write emails or contact our customers, you may see our for 3D printers with some full DIY or semi DIY features. It would take some time to just assemble or just to figure out which
Yes.
part I will take and put for
Yes.
what place.
Yes. That beginners will get crazy about by figuring out how to put
Yeah.
this thing together, let alone how to calibrate each part and make it secure and good to go. And so we have very good procedures to show on our tutorials on how to assemble it. And we also have a lot of experience to share to ensure you have a good result from the printer.
Yeah. And another feature,
Mhm.
right? It also an open source 3D printer, right? Open source firmware with open source firmware in it, right?
Yes. So for open source, uh, the A8 is already fitted with open source.
Yeah.
It's-
So
but